Welcome to the DAEP orientation presentation. This orientation video is designed to inform parents and students of the requirements and procedures while attending the Tyler ISD DAEP. After watching this video, please complete the online DAEP 2324 Parent Orientation Form, designated for your child's home campus. The link for the form is available on the Tyler ISD DAEP website. Both the parent and the student are required to attend the in-person intake meeting. This video and the orientation form do not replace the need to attend. Students cannot begin their DAEP placement until the in-person intake meeting has been attended. Intake sessions are held each full school day at 2 p.m. Meetings are not held on early release, state testing, and professional development days. If you successfully complete this online video and the DAEP 2324 Parent Information Form, your in-person intake meeting will be approximately 5 minutes. The student and parent are responsible for all content that is contained in the presentation and the items covered at the in-person intake meeting. Students assigned to the DAEP must be transported to the DAEP each morning and picked up each afternoon by their parents or guardians. Students are not allowed to be dropped off at the DAEP. Any student who does not have a parent with them at check-in will have their parent called to come sign them in. Failure to have a parent at check-in will result in the day not counting toward the placement assignment. Transportation to the DAEP is only provided in situations mandated by state and federal law. If your child qualifies for transportation, this information has been shared with you by the home campus administrator who handled your placement meeting. Staff at the DAEP do not have the ability to authorize transportation by the district for students or allow waivers from this requirement. Check-in and pickup times are as follows. Students arriving after 8:30 must enter through the main office and have a parent or guardian sign them in on the late check-in list. Students who arrive after 8:30 are considered late. Elementary students who arrive after 8 a.m. should come with a parent directly to the intake door and may skip any line of high school or middle school students. High school students who come after 8:10 should get in line behind any students lined up when they arrive. Students may not be checked out through the front office after 3:30 p.m. Students who leave early should turn in an excuse note the next day. If no excuse note is brought, they might not earn the day. For the arrival process, the student and adult line up together at the cafeteria entrance, one for students and another for the parent or guardian. The student will be checked for dress code compliance. Their shirt must be tucked in, their belt around their shoulders, and their pockets pulled out. Check-in staff will notify the parent when they can leave. No further action is required. The student process for entering is as follows. The student will enter through the cafeteria doors, remove their shoes and hold them toe up and shake them. They will wait to be called to the metal detector. They will then put their belt on the table beside the metal detector and follow the directions of the check-in staff and pick up their belt and shoes. They then move away from the check-in area and put items on prior to crossing the red line in the cafeteria. Students will then either go through the breakfast line or go directly to their classroom. Students arriving after 8:30 will enter through the main office check-in with their adult and must adhere to the above requirements. Breakfast is not available after 8:30. Students arriving after 8:30 must be signed in by a parent or guardian. There is no sign-in requirement for students who enter on time at the cafe entrance. This is a friendly reminder. Students must be accompanied by an adult or guardian at the intake entrance. Students are not allowed to be dropped off. This applies to both regular and late arrivals. Here's the dismissal process and map. Middle school and elementary students are picked up on the Gaston Street side. High school students are picked up on the West Connolly Street side. High school parents or guardians must come down West Connolly to pick them up. High school parents parked across the street on West Connolly will be told to go to the end of the line on the north side of the street. Parents for high school coming up Gaston Street must go to the end of the line on West Connolly Street if there are high school cars lined up. Please bring any documentation for any absence to the DAEP. If the absence is not due to an office visit, then the parent should write a note for the absence reason and turn that in to the DAEP office. Any student marked absent at the DAEP is marked for an unexcused absence, and the parent or guardian will receive a phone call from the system. DAEP staff will send all absence documentation received from parents to the home campus where it will be entered. Once a note is received, the home campus attendance staff will change the unexcused absence to the correct absent type. Parents can use the parent portal to check on how a student's attendance is being recorded. If your student has an appointment during a school day, bring the student after an appointment with documentation if the appointment is in the morning. Bring documentation back the next day if you pick them up early for an afternoon appointment. Students must be picked up before 3:30 p.m. for appointments. If a student is absent the whole day, the absence will not count as a good day towards release, even if excused. Middle school and elementary students must arrive at the DAEP prior to 9:30 a.m. in order to be allowed to enter and receive credit for the day unless a note is provided from a professional office. High school students who arrive after 9:30 will still be allowed to enter in order to avoid getting 10 days of absence in a course. However, the day might not count unless a note is provided from a professional office. High school students might not earn credit for courses if they are absent for more than 10 days in a semester from that course period. The DAEP cafeteria works the same as all cafeterias in Tyler ISD with the same student account. Parents may put money on a student's account when they bring the student, or they can add it online. Students must indicate during morning attendance if they will eat lunch in order for a meal to be prepared for them. Students are not allowed to bring any money. Students at the DAEP are not allowed to bring their own lunch. Students must eat the meals provided by the DAEP cafeteria. Students may not bring the following items to DAEP. Items other than food will be held and returned only to the parent at dismissal. The parent will have to come to the front office to receive them. If not picked up by the last day of attendance, the items will be donated to charity. Any edible items will be disposed of and not saved. Cell phones will be returned to parents based on student code of conduct and payment of specified fee if applicable. Female students may bring a small bag with their name on it with any needed hygiene items. This bag will be left with the nurse and will be accessible as needed. Tyler ISD is not responsible for any items that are confiscated and turn up missing. Students may, however, bring a clear, reusable, or disposable water bottle or container. Reusable water bottles must be empty. Disposable water bottles may be full if unopened. The Tyler ISD DAEP maintains a student dress code that is strictly enforced. Any student arriving to school who is not in dress code is not allowed to enter. Students will need to fix any dress code issues in order to enter that same day. Absences that occur to not being in dress code are entered as unexcused. Polo shirts can either be white, gray, or black as a button-down shirt with a collar. They may either be short sleeve or long sleeve, and small logos are allowed on polo shirts. Beneath the polo shirts may be long or short sleeve solid white, black, or gray plain undershirts. These shirts cannot have any decals or writing on them, but small logos are allowed. Dress code for pants must be uniform style in tan, navy, gray, or black. The front pants pockets must be able to be pulled out. This is the same for the back pockets. Under no circumstances are pants with side cargo pockets allowed. Belts must be black, brown, white, or gray with no writing on the belt or on the belt buckle. The buckles themselves must be plain with no designs or logos on them. Only closed-toed tennis shoes or sneakers with shoestrings are allowed at the DAEP. Color does not matter. No other shoes are allowed. No high tops and no Hey Dude shoes. From Halloween until Easter, students may also wear a solid black, navy, or gray plain sweatshirt due to possible cold weather. We will announce when this is allowed through Class Dojo. Sweatshirts cannot have hoods, zippers, pockets, ties, or buttons, and they must be worn over collared shirts. Other dress code expectations are as follows. All shirts must be tucked in at the true waist. Pants must be worn at the natural waist. No sagging. No hoodies, coats, or jackets are allowed. No shorts, capris, or crop pants. No joggers, leggings, jeggings, or excessively tight pants. No athletic shorts underneath the uniform pants. No hats, caps, headbands, or other head coverings. And no hairstyles held on by a headband. No hard plastic or metal items in the hair. No jewelry of any kind is allowed. No piercings. Plastic clear spacers for piercings are allowed. Inappropriate tattoos must be covered. If you're not sure if a clothing item is okay, then you may bring it unworn to have check-in staff review the item. All DAEP placements are for a minimum of 90 days. Students may exit the program by earning the required number of good days assigned by the district. Students can exit earlier by earning bonus days or through student and/or parent participation in available counseling programs and parent meetings. Any suspensions that occur for the offense that causes a student to come to the DAEP are subtracted from the required good days, which is normally 3. Students assigned longer than 90 days will have a review at the start of each school year to review progress and expectations. In order to complete the program, students must start with 100 points each day. They must earn a minimum of 95 points to earn a good day. Only good days count toward the assigned days. Student assignments to the DAEP may be reduced by 1 day for every full week the student has had perfect attendance with no behavioral referrals and completion of all assigned work. Students must score at least 95 points each day for that week as well. High school students do not return to their home campuses during state testing and the last week of each semester due to finals. Students assigned to the DAEP for an expulsion, 90 days, or more than one time in a school year cannot earn reduced days. Students at the DAEP are expected to follow all rules and procedures of Tyler ISD and those specific to the DAEP environment. Students who choose to not follow these requirements are subject to the day not counting towards their placement, suspension for up to 3 days, additional good days being added to the requirement, additional placements which cannot begin until the current placement is complete. Parents, please talk with your students to ensure they understand the need to follow all DAEP requirements in order to end their placement as quickly as possible. One key component of success for students is daily communication to parents. We use the Class Dojo app. Parents should download it from the App Store for your device. A link to our campus is on the Tyler ISD DAEP webpage. The student's progress will be shared each day at the end of the day, so you will know if they've earned their day. Every Monday or first day of the school week, we also share the number of good days remaining to earn on their placement and what level a student is on. The number of days remaining is only updated to the first day of each school week. If a student's level changes, any dress code changes start on the Tuesday after you were informed through Class Dojo. Any discussion concerning how your student is doing will only be done with the parent through Class Dojo or in a meeting. The information will not be discussed with the student. Students are allowed to be linked to the Class Dojo app, but only after the parent or guardian is linked. Now let's talk about the level system. The level system at the DAEP rewards students for positive behavior rather than just focusing on consequences. Depending on the lanyard color, expectations for each are as follows. The yellow lanyard is level 1, and the expectations are: level 1 lasts the first 2 weeks of the placement minimum. Students must have a 95 or better point average for each week to advance. Students must be in attendance at least 4 of 5 days of a week to advance. They must be in DAEP dress code at this level. Students must complete the transition plan to advance. A student is reduced to level 1 if the student receives a referral or suspension. Students who receive a second placement will require 4 weeks at level 1 to advance. The purple lanyard, which is level 2, has the following expectations. Jeans will be allowed. solid color only, blue, black, gray, or brown. They must not have any rips, tears, or patches. For high school, solid color shirts with a collar other than white, black, or gray. For middle school, solid color shirts are allowed other than white, black, or gray. School t-shirts or college shirts are allowed on Fridays. The student must maintain a 95 weekly average to stay at level 2. There are no changes to shoes or undershirt requirements. Students are expected to complete their work at the DAEP. Assignments at the DAEP may be delivered to the students through 3 methods: through Canvas from the home campus teacher, through work sent by the home campus teacher through interoffice mail or email, and through work assigned by the DAEP teacher. Students who have work assigned to them through Canvas by their home campus teacher will be required to complete that work first. Students are responsible for doing all work assigned, regardless of where it is from. Work from DAEP assignments will receive a grade that will be sent to the home campus. Students who tell the DAEP teachers that they have no home campus assigned work will be required to prove this prior to doing any DAEP work. Students who tell the DAEP teachers that they have no home campus assigned work will be required to prove this prior to doing any DAEP work. Students who receive Canvas work in core classes may be allowed to work on elective classes during core class time at DAEP's discretion. Tyler ISD is collaborating with Synacor to provide counseling for students. A Synacor counselor will be at the DAEP each week to provide services for our students. One-on-one counseling will take place each Monday, with group counseling on Tuesday through Thursday. In order to receive counseling services, parents must fill out a referral form for Synacor. This can be picked up from the main office or use the link on our website. A paper copy can be provided to those without web access. Synacor will also be presenting after-school parent programs to assist parents in areas that they may want help in. Parents who attend these parent meetings can receive 1 day off their child's placement per meeting, with a maximum of 3 days. If you are interested in your student receiving counseling, please let us know and a referral will be provided. Students can receive support in such areas as academic performance, classroom conduct, mental health issues, grief and loss, anxiety, anger adjustment issues, emotional well-being, vape use, alcohol and/or drug use, and more. If you have specific areas that you want addressed, you are welcome to write it on the consent form. The Return to Campus Plan is about helping students be successful and avoiding a return to the DAEP. Each student will be required to fill out a transition packet as part of their RTC plan for their return to their home campus. This plan will be provided to the student in an electronic format and must be completed during their first 2 weeks in order to move up in level. The packet involves: why is the student at the DAEP? What choices led to this? What is their plan for behavior, attendance, and academics while at the DAEP? Writing a 3-paragraph letter to their campus admin detailing aspects of the plan. Writing a plan of success they will follow when they return to their home campus. The plan is submitted to the home campus for review and approval. Any students not completing the plan will be ineligible to return to their home campus until the plan is completed, unless special circumstances apply. On the student's last day, students may be picked up no earlier than 2:30 for middle and high school students and 1:30 for elementary students. The parent and student must come to the office to sign an exit letter and receive the completion certificate. A student is not permitted to return to campus until they receive the exit letter and certificate. Students should take the exit letter and certificate to school with them the next day and report to the front office to check in with their administrator or counselor. Students are permitted back on their campus after 4 p.m. on the day they sign the exit letter. Upon completing this video, you should visit the Tyler ISD DAEP website and click on the correct parent information form to fill it out. Each high school and middle school campus has their own link on the DAEP webpage. Parents of elementary students, grades 2 through 5, should click on the DAEP elementary student information form. Parents of students for Birdwell and Caldwell should click on the Caldwell or Birdwell Middle School form if their student is in 6th through 8th grade. Please be aware that if you have watched this video and filled out the correct home campus parent information form, then when you come for the DAEP intake meeting, your time with us will be around 5 minutes. However, both the student and parent or guardian must come since the intake meeting can only be done in person. Parents who have not filled out the DAEP parent information form should plan to stay from 30 to 45 minutes in order to complete both the intake meeting and the orientation video and fill out the required forms. Thank you for watching the DAEP orientation video. We look forward to your students successfully completing their placement with us. If you have any questions, they can be answered at the live on-site intake meeting. Our address is 1501 West Connolly Street, Tyler, Texas, 75701. A linkable map to our facility is available on the Tyler ISD DAEP webpage.